You'd be a
climbing
strong
that
woman.
man like a tree.
You'd
So
be a strong woman. I'll say that. It's probably a lie, though.
no, I'm literally obsessed.
Hey,
Hey,
besties.
besties.
Welcome to Literally Obsessed. It's Cassie.
And Brittany.
And welcome to Miss Book Lovers.
Woo.
I got right into it today.
Proud
Usually
of you.
I don't. So
We have now done the only Emily Henry books we haven't done are Great Big Beautiful Life and People We Meet on Vacation.
yeah, we're really...
Okay, I was gonna say I think it would be fun to do
Finish
People
it
We
out.
Meet on Vacation a little bit closer to January when the movie comes out.
You're right. Let
We
us know
can
if you
do
guys
the
like that.
deep dive and then watch the movie and then like compare the two or something.
Here we go, y'all. That's what I forgot it come out in January.
I know, it's so annoying.
Why in January?
Like it seems
Why
like
not a
it's
summer movie.
I've heard people have watched it already. So, it's done.
Let us know how it is, guys. Whatever you think.
Yes, please.
But yes, we are continuing our Emily Henry summer with book lovers today, and then we'll get to the other two when we get there. But
Yeah, this is it for now.
for now, y'all.
Yeah.
More fun things to come, but that's for later. But yes, we are going to do our little deep dive of book lovers. Y'all know how we feel about an Emily Henry book. This is nonetheless of the same reaction I feel to the other books.
Yeah.
So similar things. We'll kind of go over our overall thoughts, and then I came up with this weird little way of us doing this deep dive, and so we'll try it out, just sectioning off our thoughts. And then we also have a fun thing that I didn't know, that in the end of Emily Henry books, she gives us some discussion questions that I have on my little Kindle here, and maybe we can ask each other these questions and how we're feeling about it. But yeah, should be pretty similar to the other deep dives, but this book is so good, so I'm so excited to talk about it.
Okay,
Okay.
before we dive in, let me not forget to give our spoiler and content warning. As you all already know, we're going to be spoiling the entirety of the book, and it is a romance book, so there is going to be some smut, some cussing,
Sorry.
all that. So I think that's all y'all need. So
All y'all need.
Let's dive in and talk about our overall thoughts and ratings.
Let's do it.
The book.
Okay. Let's just give it. You want to go first?
Do you want to give it at the same time?
Yeah.
Because I can see that it's the same.
Of course.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, 5 stars.
I was trying to remember, did we give anyone not a 5 stars?
No, I don't think any Emily Henry book to me has less than 5 stars.
I agree.
I will say it's been a while because I'm rereading, and I'm obviously it's like there's things I've forgotten about. All of even like my favorite Emily Henry books. I think I voiced it before, so it's not really a surprise. But People We Meet on Vacation is probably my least favorite.
Yeah. That's
But
what I
I
hear.
still think I would give it at least a 4. Maybe in the reread it would be a 5. You know.
Yeah. That's the one that everyone says that's like their...
Well, you're either like a beach read or a People We Meet on Vacation type person. Like
Really?
I feel like I've come to find on TikTok, there's either people who rank it exactly the same as me, and it's kind of because they like beach read, happy place
Yeah.
more, or there's people who are like beach read, happy place suck. People We Meet on Vacation is like top tier.
I guess if you don't like sad things. I don't know. I haven't read
That's-
People We Met on Vacation
Oh,
just
yeah,
yet.
you
So
haven't.
I've really just been reading these books as we go along.
It's weird because it's not like I didn't like it.
Yeah.
It's just like I liked it the least.
Which is fair, because
And like
in
Yeah.
a group of things, I feel like you have to have like your most.
there's going to be one that you like
Yeah.
the least. And so it's that one.
Yeah, which is fair, because I'm pretty sure a lot of you might think that too. But
Yeah. And then I wasn't a huge fan of her newest book.
I still haven't read it yet, so whenever we get to it, I'll read it. I just don't think it I wasn't like...
Yeah. I put it a little bit lower on my ranking.
I wasn't, I guess, pulled to it just yet.
Right.
Which do you want to go into your thoughts for it?
Yeah,
And then
sure.
I have a thought as well.
I just said I'm being reminded as we do these deep dives how much I truly love every single one of Emily Henry's books.
Yes.
So it was just like a good reminder. It's been a couple years since I've read a majority of her book, like People We Meet on Vacation, Happy Place, Beach Read, Book Lovers. I read those all 2 or 3 years ago at this point. So it has been a nice reminder of them. And like, I remembered I loved Charlie, but I felt like I couldn't remember why. It was a nice
Now I remember why.
Now I remember why. So yeah.
I will say my honest thoughts about the beginning. I started this book months ago. Like, I started this book,
Yeah.
I remember, I think back in like March, and right now as we're recording this, it's August. So
Be honest with me. Did you finish it last night?
No.
Oh, okay. I was like, this bitch.
I never finished my outline for it till this morning.
No, because you sent me the pictures. So I was like, she barely finished the book right now.
No. I finished the book about a week ago. But I was rereading the ending for my thoughts at the end. But I can see where you're coming in for that. But I don't know why. The beginning,
she had just started it. She was 90% in. She was 50%. It changed every time I asked her.
Unfortunately for me, I have to reread. If I don't read, but like if there's days in between the days that I'm reading, I gotta reread. My brain doesn't remember these little details. But I started it a while ago, and I'm not gonna lie, the beginning was a little slow for me, and I felt like I just wasn't fully pulled into it. Mm-hmm. Maybe just because, you know, it's a different book, it's a different entity. But of course, once we got to like the meat of it, I liked the setting, I liked the beginning parts, I liked kind of what the storyline was leading up to at the beginning, but I think it just wasn't a strong one for me personally. But then of course I fell in love with it as it was going on. But that was my honest thoughts, because I don't know, I don't know why I wasn't super drawn into it at first. Mm-hmm. But I love it now, and I'm like, okay, if I were to reread it from beginning, I just reread a couple parts throughout this week, I think I would have liked it the second round for sure.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, I think it just wasn't like super submerged into the storyline just yet.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
But I think probably maybe after like the first 7 chapters, I was like, okay, I'm hooked.
Yeah.
Like, I'm good. I'm hooked into it.
I mean, I will say I love this book, but it's like, unfortunately, there's like 4 other books I think I like more.
Yeah.
So it's like, I would probably put it, oops, I'm sorry. I would probably, why am I?
The P's are really out today.
I would probably, there we go. I again feel, we cut this out, I'm sure, of last week's episode, but I was saying I feel like I can't really hear myself. I still feel like I can't really hear myself, but I can see.
I don't know why, because I can hear you great.
I think something's wrong with my headphones, guys. It's Cassie's mic or it's my headphones.
I don't know what it...
Yeah. So I feel like I'm trying to talk louder, but that's why I'm...
Again, if you would like to support us, support small businesses, please.
Anyway, all to say, I would probably put it at 4th, but it's like, that's rough. That seems so low, but like...
they're just all good, so that's why it makes sense. But, okay, I'm pretty sure that's all we have for the overall thoughts and ratings. Okay, we're gonna get into the deep dive. Like I said, just was trying out this new method of sectioning off our thoughts here. So we have some sections I created of like some characters. So the first one is Charlie. We can talk about him. Then there's like Nora, Libby, and then settings and all that kind of stuff we'll go through. But Brittany and I both have thoughts for each of these sections, and we'll just kind of go through them. Mm-hmm. I did try to go as chronological with this as well.
Thank you. That was my only request.
As a hint, as much as I could.
Cassie,
I tried. I really did. I want to tell you I tried. Okay.
Cassie's gonna be like, okay, so the first thing we should talk about, Libby buying the house.
I don't know. These are just big points of my brain, you know, like what stands out. Okay, do you want to go first?
Okay, sure. So we're starting with Charlie.
Yes.
Right? Okay. I said Charlie is David Cornsweat. Changed my mind. But I did say, first time I read this, I think I was picturing a mysterious, scrawny guy with dark hair that I made up in my mind. And then, as I was getting ready today, I was like, who is the closest to what I was picturing? And I was like, Logan Lerman. I mean, I picture him for everything. And then I was like, Cole Sprouse with dark hair, I think is... Oh, she didn't like that.
It just reminds me of like Riverdale. I'm so sorry.
No, not Riverdale. But you know what I mean? Like, kind of like, I'm not...
Just like emo version.
Yeah, like Charlie's kind of emo.
Me and you have two differences of what we think Charlie looks like.
Okay, well, I guess I don't know how to explain. I don't know who this person is that I am imagining in my brain that I saw the first time I read this, but
Okay.
like kind of imagining this like little emo
boy,
academia kid, dark hair.
mm-hmm.
But second time around, I pictured kind of David Corn Sweat.
Okay, interesting.
I did see what you put, and I was like, we're on the same.
Okay, we're on the same page. Okay, cool. The one I was saying, he gives me Tom Welling, and if y'all don't know who Tom Welling is,
Look him up right now.
look him
Pause.
up, pause
and look him
and go, because if you've ever seen Cheaper by the Dozen, if you've ever seen
Smallville.
Superman, like, this is him in a nutshell to me.
Yeah.
But he's also just a fine man. I think it's just the dark hair that really did it, and the build.
Does she say what color eyes he has?
I
She probably does. I'm just not
can't
remembering.
remember.
Because Tom Welling has like the most beautiful eyes I've ever seen on a human being.
They're gorgeous. They're so pretty. They're like this weird, they're like bluish, greenish,
Yeah.
right? They're like these gorgeous eyes, which I could see Charlie having too.
I just remember being like 8 years old and like Smallville being a thing. And I was like,
Mine was Cheaper by the Dozen. I was like,
well, because my mom used to watch Smallville. So I think I saw him on there first, and then Cheaper by the Dozen came out. But I was like, who is this man?
who is this
Like,
prince?
that's a man.
Who's this knight?
Yeah,
that's coming
literally.
to save me. But that's what I envisioned him. That's my fan casting, I would say.
I can see that too. I'll never say no to Tom Welling.
Nah. Where's he up to now?
I don't know. I was just thinking that. He's got to be hot still.
I'm going to look him up.
Yeah.
Because I got to know.
But everybody who plays Superman kind of looks the same.
They
you know,
do, which is, I'm like,
so
how do you guys find all
How
this?
do- yeah. So like David Corn Sweat is kind of like this generation's
Right.
Tom Welling because he has similar
He's
vibes.
48 years old.
Oh my God. He's not me thinking I was 20 for a second. I went, he's 28 years older than me. He's 18 years older than me.
He's kind of like fine.
Let me see him. Wait.
Like, he looks so different.
Oh my God. He looks so different.
But look at his sweet smile.
Oh.
Oh my God, he works on
A ranch? Is that where he works?
Yeah, that's fire.
He looks so
He has a
different.
farm. Oh my God, not Carrie. Where'd he go? Tom.
I could cry. Oh my God, isn't his name Charlie in Cheaper by the Dozen?
You're right. So
Look
we
at
just need
that.
to go back about 20 years. Then we can cast him.
Yeah.
Oh, he has like a whole family.
Like, oh my
Fuck,
God, he's in a...
lucky.
Yeah, whatever. Oh my gosh.
Dude, that's lucky. She's lucky.
She's lucky.
He's a cowboy, guys.
You know what I love? This like new... I don't know if I could call it a trend, but like I love comments on TikTok.
I love a comment on TikTok.
Like I love that we can comment in pictures now. I have my favorites, but it's like I love when there's a trend in how we comment. Like when people are like, get a load of this guy, I'm trying. Right. And then now I feel like it's like congratulations to whoever gets to like I don't know, like go home to that every night or whatever. That's how I feel about her.
My favorite one right now is the little picture, clip art picture, and it's like the
With
therapist.
the pink gun? Oh, just
no,
kidding.
that one's my favorite
Why am
too.
I peeking so much? Oh my God.
They said pink gun.
I'll hold her far away.
The peas are really in for you today.
Yeah.
My favorite one is like, it's a clip art of like two little figurines, and it's like one's like a therapist and the other one's
I
this,
know
and
what
there's
you're
like
talking
then they
about.
showed this at it or whatever.
Yes.
I'm like, damn, y'all are fucking funny out there.
Yeah, I know
hate
what
when people
you're
are
talking about.
funnier than me. Makes me mad. Okay, let's move on.
Okay, I just said Charlie is genuinely so caring towards literally everybody that he meets. This rivalry was literally all made up in Nora's head because she didn't know what he had gone through. And to be fair, he didn't know what she had gone through before their first time meeting. And he literally says later, like, I don't make good first impressions. But she had this whole rivalry when he probably was like, she's so attractive the entire time. Like, he was probably going through it, so he was probably in a mood, but he was probably like, this woman is so attractive, and she was just like, meow, meow, meow.
Yeah,
you know?
she was coming at him with force, but equally
Yeah.
he did it.
He also came after her.
Yeah, I agree. But him saying like he was bad at first impressions, he did leave an impression, so
He did leave an impression.
either
alright.
way,
Yeah.
it lasted. Okay, so a couple of my things that I have for Charlie. I just loved certain moments that he had because I was like, man, you really get this overall good picture of him because, at the beginning we had a little bit of a rough start with understanding him as a character. But I was saying in chapter 14, this is after Nora ditches her date and goes and just has some drinks with Charlie. I just loved learning about what problems these characters were truly facing at this point. Like for Charlie, he needs to just have meaning for things, so he likes to understand the whole process. That way the world makes sense. I was like, damn, like that really is a good way of explaining how his brain works. And then of course for Nora it was a different situation for her. I thought that was really cool. And then on the flip side, I thought this was really funny, but also like, damn, Charlie, when he said that he got a lot of erotica and then sexily said, I wanted to understand how things worked, remember? Charlie,
he's crazy.
He is wild.
Always the quiet ones.
And then a small moment in chapter 25 when Libby sees the camping site and then Nora says thank you to Charlie. He mouths anything for you, like exactly what Nora had said to Libby. I was like, these sweet little moments of Charlie, he either can be very, or he could just be very soft and sweet. And I was like, oh, I love him so much.
Yeah.
But I really liked his character overall, and I feel like that's what made him a great book boyfriend, because he very much cared for everyone around him, and then also just had his ways of like going through things, and I was like, that's a very intricate character detail. Okay, Nora, let's get into her.
Okay, you say your part first, because I did see what you wrote for all these characters, so I kind of responded with how I felt.
Beautiful. Okay, so for Nora, I'm gonna be honest, okay, she did take a minute for me to warm up to her, just because she's a workaholic, and that couldn't be ever me. She, of course, is a workaholic for reasons, but at first I was just like, I don't really understand why she really wants to just keep working. Like, girl, I'd take a vacation with your sister. But truly overall, she won me over because of how she really encapsulates herself into those around her, into her work, and just also, I feel like I have a lot of the similarities where she just, constantly wants to like people please, but I just really liked seeing her overall like character arc with that. Do you want to go next, or do you want me to?
Sure.
Okay.
I said I actually relate very hardcore to Nora, and I feel like I could definitely see people calling me a shark if I was in her field. But you got to do what you got to do to be a successful woman, which is how I feel about her. Like, she comes off like heartless and just like to the point because she's trying to like make her way. But she's good at what she does and everybody knows it. So I can kind of see myself coming off the same way. And I just always said that she's such a, what? I just also said, not always. I just also said.
I always say it.
I always love to say. She is such a big sister, and her having to care for Libby at such a young age is just so heartbreaking, and like put her dreams to the side, and like she didn't have to do that, but going through the story and kind of figuring out her trauma is like, she did feel like she had to do it. So I just feel like heartbroken for her, but like what a big sibling move to do,
Yeah, she was such a mother to her sister. It's so sad. Like I said for Charlie in chapter 14, like we got to learn their problems, but for Nora, of course, hers was to need to fix things or know the outcome to cater it to those specific people. And I was like, if you're not a people pleaser, or if you're not someone who does that where you feel like you need to create lists in order to like feel like you're in a control situation, this book I feel will really give you a good insight into how people think that way, because she just, Emily Henry, either you act like this in real life or like you have close friends that act like this, because seriously, like, one thing I don't think I fully said about all these books is that I don't know how she knows all these mental, like, like these differences in mental health, or like differences in like anxiety and like childhood trauma and dealing with that. Like, Emily, are you good? But also whoever like inspo you're getting this from, you just did a really good job of like diving deep into how these people think and how they operate and how it like affects their life. And I was just like, Nora was just a really good character. Like, I really liked her because you got to see a huge progression. that I feel like in some other books, sometimes it was a little bit like, it took a little bit more steps, but for Nora, you can kind of see it, like, it was very natural by the way that she got to her point of towards the end of like, you know what, like, no, I need to like not be this character that I'm currently reading. I'm gonna be better than that. And I was like, I love that so much. Okay, Libby.
I'll go after your first point.
Okay, perfect. Before we get into this, I know there's other characters in this book, like there's you know, differences, but I felt like I wanted to kind of include Libby in this because she was such a pivotal point in Nora's life and also played a big major plot line, you know, significance. So I was like, let's just talk about her because I do have some kind of thoughts for her. But my first point is maybe it's because I don't have a little sister. I just would be very frustrated with Libby sometimes. I know Nora is doing all of this because she just feels like she has to be this caretaker. But before we knew what this whole trip was about and what it was all for, there would just be so many times where I was like, damn, like, why is she acting this way? Or like, why is she doing the things that she's doing? It just kind of annoyed me at first, but I know it's just hard to like herd a younger sibling and like try to keep them together, so I totally get that, but it was a little bit wild at times. I was like, oh my god, Libby, shut up. But I get it.
I was saying, so as an older sibling, going off of that, she's 100% annoying, but it's like putting yourself into Nora's shoes. Like, she's your younger sibling, and so you love her and you're gonna do anything for her no matter what. So I could totally see myself, like, I mean, I don't have a sister, but I have a brother, but he irritates me. But it's like, if he asks me to do something, it's like, fine,
I'll do it.
I'm not gonna be happy about it, but I'm gonna do it. And I just think like she's very much like super free spirited, while Nora is kind of the more like realistic, mature one in the relationship.
And it's like cool to see that dynamic being played. My last point for Libby, very small part, but it killed me and I think it won me over for her, is when I don't know, I can't remember fully how it was brought up, but they were talking about the green M&M and how Charlie used to say that he used to have dreams about her, and then Libby agreeing, saying that the green M&M was hot. I was like, I don't know why, but it fucking killed me. But then, small little mention back to Charlie real quick, is that he said that she was fucking gorgeous, but instead of talking about the green M&M, he was looking directly at Nora, saying those words, and I was like, fuck, hot, he's hot. But Libby, you're funny, you're real for that though too.
My last point about Libby is just like, what a wild change up, because the entire book you think that she is so like rainbows and butterflies and kind of naive about situations, but she actually acknowledged the problems that they had growing up, and then and that's like what Nora was trying to stop the entire time, was from her seeing kind of how rough their childhood was. I support Nora's decisions of like giving up her dreams because she felt like she had to take care of her, but it is like, it sucks for Libby because now she feels at fault
for the burden of that.
Like she's a burden, or she's the reason that Nora never got what she wanted. But she literally like just wants a sister, and for her sister to be happy like for once in her life, and so that's her goal throughout the entire book, is like, can you just be happy for once, you know?
I loved when she was like, can't you just be my sister and say this sucks instead of it. And I was like, you know what, that's so true. Like, sometimes I feel like, regardless of like a sibling, if you just need someone to say, yeah, that sucks, I totally get it, but you want to help them, and so you get into that mindset. But it was a weird, wild and change up for Libby. Because I was like, bitch, where'd this maturity come from?
All of a sudden she's just like, wait, whoa, why is she acknowledging, like, our mom worked hard for us, you know what I mean? But it's like she just kind of been putting up this front this whole time of like, I'm naive and I'm la la la, you know? And I'm like, damn, you just saw it, like, it was killing your sister. She's like, damn, I gotta say something.
Okay, that was Miss Libby. Let's get into the setting.
Okay.
Okay, I'll start.
So do you want me to go first?
Okay. I absolutely am in love with Miss North Carolina, in a liberal cunty country way. I had to just say that out loud because some parts of North Carolina are scary. But I just love so many parts of the setting, like the bookshop in the town, like their old house or the cottage that they were staying in. overall like nature aspect of it. It was just, I've talked about this before, but I've been to North Carolina once in my life, but somehow I'm drawn back to it. And maybe because the summer I turned pretty, they filmed it in Williamsburg, I think. It is just it's just gorgeous overall. And so I was like, setting 10 out of 10, Emily. It's beautiful. And they talk about Asheville a lot because that's like the main city. And I'm thinking, because like Sunshine Falls, is that a real place?
I don't think so, but maybe it is. It doesn't sound like a real place.
No, it doesn't sound real, but where I was staying in North Carolina was outside of Asheville as well, in a small rural city. So I was like, I don't know if that was
Were you
like,
staying in Sunshine Falls?
I was actually in the cottage. I was in the barn that Clint has, that Shepherd stays at.
It's fictional.
It's fictional.
Yeah.
Got it. I think I stayed.
But it is inspired by Asheville.
Okay. There's like a neighboring city that I stayed in, and it was a beautiful like downtown, and it was just like super, super pretty. And that's all I was envisioning when I was reading the book. But I just wanted to say shout out to North Carolina. Y'all are pretty over there.
Yeah. Love this little town. I technically have been to North Carolina, but I didn't leave their airport. So
One day.
One day. I think it's when I was coming back from New York. I was Nora, basically.
You were Nora.
And then I was trapped in their in their airport for like, I'm so sorry, guys.
No, you're good.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's not you.
I was trapped in their airport for no lie, like 6 hours. Like, we should have just gone out and explored. But
was it Charlotte?
I think, yeah. If that's where their
Is
airport
Charlotte
is.
South Carolina or North Carolina?
Oh wait. I'm really bad at geography.
No, me too.
So I don't know. I just know I was in
One
North
of them.
Carolina.
Yeah.
And yeah, at their airport. Great airport. I spent so much time there. Anyway.
I only say Charlotte because I think it's like the biggest one around there.
Yeah.
And it was pretty
so
wild. And they do a lot of connection flights there.
Okay, so yeah, probably.
Maybe.
But I love this town so much, and I'm like, Nora, I understand that you love New York, but just move there. But I do have to say that I'm obsessed with like good books and Papa Squat. I know
Funnies.
they put on a good karaoke night.
Yep. I would love to have a Papa Squat near me.
No, like I literally, like, I wish that I had a go-to bar.
I like how they also abbreviated it a lot. They're like, PS?
Yeah.
I was like, that's so cute. I love that. But yeah, good job, Miss Emily Henry, on that damn setting. You really killed it with that. Okay, now we're gonna go into some plot. I can start mine.
Okay.
I think I just wrote more of like reactions rather than moments, but overall loved seeing them start off with this enemies to lovers thing. Just made me go, eek. I feel like we haven't seen an enemies to lovers in a minute, and I was like, eating this up. It was so good.
Yeah,
that's my first part.
Okay, I just have to say Charlie was literally such a flirt from the very beginning. I forgot that, I guess,
very like,
and thought there was
forward.
a little bit more like build up to it. But oh my gosh, from like their first interaction, he's like literally flirting with her. I love it,
man.
Yeah,
you can you can go for a little bit if you want.
Oh, okay. The fact that they wear the same perfume / cologne, I'm dying. Like, Emily Henry, make it a real scent.
No,
I want it.
I feel like she talks about the scent a lot.
Yeah, that it's like spicy. Well, it's spicier on him than it is on her, which
she made me realize that like that's so true, that perfume and cologne smells different on different people.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't think I've ever realized that, but
Yeah.
it's so true. It's so true.
But we love a little gender neutral moment.
We do. Release the scent, girl.
I just think that this is a funny quote. That just was very reflective of the entire book. I guess I kind of wrote little moments too, because
whatever you want.
This was our first time doing this outline. I was figuring it out. But Nora thinks, I forgot exactly what he does, but Nora thinks maybe I'm not horny for him so much as his clothes and his organizational skills. And I was just like, I feel you, girl. How many times have you been like, maybe I just like the way he dresses?
No, it's just like, maybe I just like the way that it's not pigsty in this apartment. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Or it's like, damn, I think I kind of like him, but I'm like, I think it's just the apartment.
The bar is so low.
It's so low that you're like, damn, you clean your toilet?
Yeah.
That's so cool. I will say, small thing, for the plot aspect, I was thrown in a loop, I feel like, for most of it. I felt like I was like, I think I'm following what might happen. And I was like, actually, I'm just kidding. I have no idea how this is going to end. And then I was like, no, I think I know that's how it's going to end. I was like, nope, just kidding. Never knew.
Yeah.
They were just always throwing me for a loop there.
Okay, random thought that I had in rereading certain scenes today. Is it ever answered why him and Amaya aren't together? Because she asks him if she measures up, and he says she doesn't make the cut. And so Nora's like, oh, very long, like, you have a long list. And he says one item very specific. Is it that it's not Nora?
Maybe. But didn't she,
like, maybe I missed it.
They were together, then they did long distance. It didn't work out. And then they tried to get Shepard to be with her.
I understand that he explains like they were long distance and it didn't work out, whatever. But I guess I'm curious what he means by that one item very specific.
It must be her.
The romantic in me, I struggled to say that word, wants it to be that it's not Nora. But would he have broken up with her over that, or is that just the reason that they're not getting back together? Like,
probably, yeah, because I know she like asked, they like met up.
Yeah.
And she wanted to get back, and he was probably like, no, like, I have this other.
Or I don't know that she asked to get back. I think she
was saying, I'm sorry for about how everything happened.
Like, yeah, I'm sorry. And
they had like a little not a blowout, but she said something kind of rude.
Yeah, just she wanted to say sorry, and I think sorry that she went out with like his cousin.
Yeah, which is Shepard. What a sweet soul, I guess.
Yeah, he is.
Sweet
I hope he finds his forever.
His love. But he was really trying. I was like, oh, poor guy.
And what an interesting... Amaya doesn't seem like Charlie's type.
But now we
know why. Yeah.
I will also say there were many points where I physically felt relief when I think like when Nora would say something and I would be like, fuck, is this going to become like a miscommunication moment, or is this going to be like, we're going to unreveal like truth or something? And when I want to say it was happening towards the end of the book, when I think when she was like trying to figure it out, she was like, I like you, Charlie, like I don't know how this is gonna work. Or when she was expressing like the reason why she doesn't sleep over at people's houses, I was like, oh, fuck, are we gonna have to wait? And then when she's finally is like, no, I'm gonna like tell him the truth, he needs the truth. That felt like a huge breath of fresh air, because leading up into that, I felt there was this dodging, like everyone was dodging every question. But big moments like that where they would unsurface like the reasoning behind things, or like when we found out like why Charlie was having a rough time the first time they met, like I was like, thank God we're finding these all out, because I knew the book was a small book, but I was like, it doesn't feel like we have enough time to cover all of this. But yeah, I was really nervous that the miscommunication trope was going to play in more, but I was like, thank God it resolved itself towards the end.
I just have to say, Libby, Miss Girl, what an elaborate scheme. And did you really think this was going to work? Like, you know how your sister is.
She was holding on hope for that one, for sure.
What a crazy little, like, whole thing that she did just to try to be like, we're moving. I get it. But it was just, like,
very interesting.
What a funny way to go about it, you know?
Yeah, it was very interesting.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's a lot of trust that you're gonna hope that this plan would work out.
Yeah.
If not, your sister's just gonna get pissed.
And I guess it did.
Yeah. It worked out very well.
It worked out really well for everybody involved. So honestly, good idea, Libby.
This was honestly, Libby was the villain at first, and now she's the hero.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I just wanted to say, towards the end of the book, Nora obviously like decides to go back to New York, and it's like, how is this going to solve itself, because obviously Charlie has to stay and take care of the bookshop and whatever. She feels like her life is like not going well, right? But I'm just crying at him telling Nora, you have no idea how badly I wish I could be enough. I'm like, you are enough, Charlie, baby. You are enough.
Oh, he's so Olivia Rodrigo coded. He's
oh
like,
my God,
enough.
He's like, all I ever wanted was to be enough for you.
Poor baby. Give him a little hug for us, Nora.
Yeah, literally.
I'm like out here pretending like they're real people.
into
the conflict resolution.
Yeah, / ending of the book.
Ending of the book.
All right.
Hold on, let me get my mind together. Okay. I can go first. I feel like I just really love how this book talks about how to build your understanding of how you were raised as a kid and how to fix some of those tendencies that doesn't serve anybody anymore. I feel like that haven't seen this kind of conflict since the first thing that comes to mind is Just for the Summer.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like going back into your childhood and everything. I was like, I love that so much. And again, Emily, I don't know who you know that has dealt with these certain things, but just really good way of showing like how to be an adult with those childhood trauma tendencies, you know? But yeah, that's my first part. But you go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think that this book just had such a good representation of having a good support system around you. Literally every single character cared so much for everybody else. And that's like a rare thing to see in a book or movie or anything.
Yeah.
But like even when Charlie thinks that his dad thinks he's a disappointment, it's like his dad just wants him to be happy.
Oh, it was so cute to see that point. I will say, I think you might have said this. I saw this somewhere. But I really wish we got a little bit more information about Charlie's previous relationship with, what's her name?
Amaya.
But maybe it wasn't needed as much. But I just wanted to kind of know a little bit more into like how it affected the family dynamic between like Shepard and him. Because we got a little bit of a skim of it, but I guess it wasn't needed. But that was the one question I was like you were saying, like, did I miss something or did I miss a conversation? But it just didn't feel like.
I mean, Charlie's a little secretive.
He does like to keep his little secrets.
Yeah.
He's in the writing world.
Yeah.
Authors love to keep their secrets.
Okay, I also have to say it's the cutest thing that Libby and Charlie's parents would come up with this whole like PowerPoint presentation because they acknowledge that Charlie is in love with Nora, and I mean vice versa, but also how his mom allows Libby to take over the bookshop because she's hopeful that she's going to be in the family soon.
It's so cute.
It's just so cute, and just like to see all of them come together to finally give these two characters what they've wanted for so long is just so sweet. And again, I just feel like it goes back to just like what a strong support system all of them have.
Yeah. I love this ending so much. I just feel like I'll say my favorite part of this book was just learning that like Nora was a big planner and like essentially Charlie was too. Like he had that kind of same way to go about things, but that they loved each other so much that they wanted to let each other go. And normally like a good happy ending in a book, I'm like, damn, like I don't know, I feel like I want a little bit of sadness to it, you know, you want to feel like you get the build up, but I was like, no, I need them to be happy. Like I don't want any sadness because they've already dealt with a lot of shit. And to have that like whole like that was perfect, and like it was such a movie moment of like her being like, oh, your gift is inside, take a picture with it, and she's like, what the fuck? And then she's like, Charlie, what are you doing here?
And Charlie's the gift.
Charlie's the gift. And then him unraveling all the information. I was like, what the fuck? This is so perfect. Like, it was just such a good ending. And I was like, I want to hold this like right next to my heart because it was so good. But the fact that they loved each other, they were like okay for a second to just love each other so much for that whole month, and then just say like, this isn't gonna work out. But I love you. I would what he said something like, if I loved you less, I would tell you to stay here. But I don't. And I was also like, y'all are using the L word very quick, but
they love to use the L word very quickly in books. They've known each other for like a week and they're like, I'm in love with you. I'm like, whoa, what's going on, guys? What happened to that taking like a couple months to say?
Right. Very interesting.
I guess I've never experienced
that.
Love in that strong of a capacity.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Okay, so kind of want to talk about some themes, overall messages. We've kind of sprinkled them in throughout, but we have some thoughts on this too. Do you want to go first?
Sure. I think that this is just definitely a book about growing up and letting go of things to kind of put yourself first, and also showing that you can put yourself first but still have everything that you want. And like, things are going to change, and that sucks, but that's okay, and that's life. So definitely a lesson I need to learn.
Yeah. For sure. I'm the same way. Like, this, I loved how the self-discovery aspect was very strong in this, despite being a romance novel. I feel like the balance was really beautiful. And then I have something really small, and then you can do your next point. But I loved learning about the overall family dynamics. It was really cool to kind of see how, like, the differences between Charlie's upbringing and then, of course, Nora's upbringing. I feel like it was a breath of fresh air to hear, like, differences, and how, like, although one might have seemed on paper better than the other, there was still a lot of, like, issues, and they never, like, the characters never compared their issues, like, like, or how
tried to be like, well, this happened to me.
Yeah, they were very understanding regardless of what issues they had. And I was like, I loved that, because not only they were discovering it through themselves, but they were discovering each other's. I was like, it's just so beautiful. So that was my point.
I also just think that this book is a love letter to literature. I loved the parallels of them reading a book and Nora kind of finding herself through this book because she compared it to herself, and also just loved the different, like, tropes or comments to books. Like, there were so many times where, like, they were, like, making out and she was like, this is such a, like, book trope moment, or this is an enemies to lovers, or made, like, a lot of references. I just thought it was so cute.
Call me crazy, but did she throw it back? Did she say January Andrews a lot?
Yes.
Okay.
All of Emily Henry's books do have nods.
I love
to
that. Okay.
each other.
I noticed, but I was like, I can't remember January's last name, but I was like, it's the name January. I'm pretty sure it's the same person.
So Charlie was her editor.
That's right.
And then she picks up her book from the bookstore.
That's so I love the Emily Henry universe. It's so cool.
Yeah.
But you're so right. Like, I agree. Them when they were reading the ending of that book, and they were just like, perfect. And I was like, you guys both really do love you guys are book lovers. I love that. Okay.
All right,
y'all,
let's get into
we're gonna get into where you guys are really here for, or some of you, the smut scenes.
Yes,
there were quite a lot of moments that tickled our fancy. I would say. Okay,
well, I think we both commented on everyone, so
we can just go through the list and talk.
So the makeout,
of course, gotta talk about the first makeout scene. Pretty quick into the book. I think it's like 10 chapters in.
Right.
Pretty wild. Loved how their tension was building, and then just a quick moment, but that dry era after was a little wild. But other than that, the scene was so good.
Yeah, I do have to say, like, I love a slow burn as much as the next person, but I love a quick makeout, and then the characters having to deal with what that the repercussions, I guess, of that, and also just making out up against a door. Hot. Do we think Libby was, like, peeping through the little?
She was probably like, what the fuck? Not him, bitch.
Yeah, she's like, wrong person.
No, I loved that so much. It was so like, I wasn't expecting it. I was like, obviously their tension's growing while they're walking home, but it
was a little out of nowhere.
They just, again, they have this
passion.
Yeah, it was that, like, quick, immediate, fiery makeout. I was like, damn, that's pretty insane.
I will say they both kind of have, because although I wouldn't exactly say it was like a one-sided enemies to lovers, because which they got over very quick and were very flirty very quick, but whatever. But they do, like, like, get off on this anger they have towards each other, because multiple times it's them like fine, whatever, and then making out after, like, they built up this tension.
I'm like,
it's giving Maddie and
I was gonna say Troy Bolton
in The Sweet Life, like, when they, like, argue and then make out.
That scene is ingrained in my head. Like,
Me
it's like,
too.
I will forever know that scene.
That was so passionate. You can tell. Guys, I was a hardcore, like, forget Vanessa.
No.
I was like, Vanessa who? It's all about Ashley Tisdale.
Wild, though, that they were besties and
They were besties. They said that nothing ever happened. That's a lie.
No,
there's
like,
no
we
way.
Didn't kiss. I was like,
there's no way you could be friends with Zac Efron and just friends.
You would be a
climbing
strong
that
woman.
man like a tree.
You'd be a strong woman. I'll say that. It's probably a lie, though. But yeah, loved that moment. So good, so good. Okay. I think the next one was the skinny dipping scene. Oh my God. Had me kicking my feet.
Yeah.
That was insane. Also, flesh-eating bacteria, guys. Like, we got to be careful about it.
Yeah, you're right. Well, okay. Let's clarify some things, actually. Because I went back and I reread. I said I need some clarification in case there is any flesh-eating bacteria in here. Which I think if there was, he wouldn't have let her go in. But, you know.
There was a lot of moments I was like,
you never know.
Are we being safe here?
Somebody recently has the bubonic plague from Lake Tahoe.
Saw that, and I'm like, you never know what
you
body of water
you know
what's in there.
Okay, so it's on her list to go skinny dipping. So wild. I was like, first of all, Dora, you're fucking crazy. Like, they're just walking home and then she's like stripping in front of this guy that she doesn't even know.
She's like, I can't get into it, but I'm gonna do it in front of him.
No, literally, she's like, can't get into it, but it's just something I have to do. Taking off her clothes, and he's like, whoa, okay. So she goes in, jumps in. She's like, whatever, you could stay up there. He obviously is like egging it on. He's like, that's not really skinny dipping. Yeah. So she takes off her bra and she throws it at him. So let's clarify. Underwear is still on, though. I think it is because she makes a comment later about like lace. Mm-hmm. So that's still on. So and he does say like, you're getting closer, but that's still technically not skinny dipping. And then she's kind of like egging him on to come in.
Yeah.
Boxers on?
I think boxers
are on. So at least there's some things that are safe from this nasty body of water.
Right, you'd think. Against the rock, though.
That's what I was going to say.
Confused. What kind of rock? I was like, that surely can't. If it's a smooth
like,
rock.
I mean, well, you've been to North Carolina.
I have been.
You tell us.
I mean, I've never been to a creek before in North Carolina, so I don't know what kind of things they were thinking.
I'm assuming it's like a. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Was there a dock? Am I making that up?
I don't know if I saw a dock.
Okay, maybe I pictured a dock. Maybe. And then I pictured like a little, when you say rock, boulder.
I'm thinking boulder. I'm thinking big boulder, but I was like, this has to be a smooth boulder.
Yeah. Most boulders are.
Right. I was nervous though at the angle. I was like, is this like an upright
That's
boulder?
Pretty hot though. How does she say how tall Charlie is?
They're almost close
in height.
Oh, that's
right, because she's like 5'9" or 5'10".
I think he's like 6
something.
But I know he's like, they're like closer-ish.
Dang, hot. Love a tall woman.
No. Love a tall woman.
But I do love that. So they're making out. She doesn't have a bra on. Hot. And then she says that they're making out. He like wraps her legs around her, lifts her up, pushes her against a rock, grabs her hands. What the fuck? This is crazy.
In a crick, guys. And if you've ever been to the South, I've seen a crick, but I've never been in a crick before.
Did she say it was?
It's a crick.
I think it was
in the South.
It was a lake.
I don't think it's a lake. I don't think it was a huge body of water.
Okay.
I'm seeing this as like a river behind the house, or a small pond behind the house.
Okay,
babbling brook, if you will. I don't know.
I wouldn't, but okay.
It was for sure like you can swim in it, but I don't think it was a big body of water.
I was kind of picturing like a lake, so maybe that's.
I'm picturing like
a small lake, but a lake,
and just tons of trees and a small little pond.
Okay,
with some boulders.
Fair,
some sexy boulders apparently.
Yeah, and I mean hot.
But I was like, damn, that must have kind of hurt. Like, hopefully, I think he was probably smooth. Really nice.
I think
about
he was smooth with it.
But I was like, if you're like scratching up in your back's all kind of fucked up.
It's true.
But you know what? As long as no flesh eating,
they seem
alligators
to be okay.
are a thing too. Like,
you're right.
Snapping turtles, like water moccasins are real.
Yeah, you're right.
Crustaceans are in there.
You're right. And
fucking manatee could be in
nighttime.
there. Like.
So that is scary.
This is so random, but my recent hyperfixation has been the Everglades in Florida.
Okay.
Do you know how many like insane things are in there?
No.
It's people's like, I don't know if people do say this, but it's like the deep sea, but just of weird ass creatures. in the Everglades, and people go in there
That's
barefoot.
crazy.
Like fucking wild.
It is a little, because like in the nighttime, this is
in the
crazy.
nighttime. They'll just, this one guy on TikTok, I don't know what his name is, but he like goes into it barefoot and he'll grab like these snakes out of the water and he'll be like, oh, it's my friend here, and people are like, whoa bitch, that's venomous, like you could die from one bite. Like he'll go to the spiders and shit.
Ugh.
And there are these huge fucking tarantulas. But I don't know if it's in the Everglades, but I'm pretty sure they have manatees in the, you know how manatees are in like the South, and they'll just go and like swim in there, and they're huge.
They're just like minding their own business. They were probably like, whoa,
no,
what's
like,
going on?
Oh. Imagine this, these two people
with their kids. They're like covering with their fins.
They're like, this is a
like,
fucking
this is a
family
family
water. This is a family babbling brook, bitch. Get out of here. Get out of here.
Well, I do have to say, I'm fucking pissed off that Nora answered her phone. Bitch.
I was like, bitch, it's like 10 o'clock at night.
Be for real. You're off the clock.
I don't even know what time it was.
After, I don't know, but it was late. There was
late.
moonlight. After Charlie saying, I don't want to stop, she's like, me either. Oh, hold on. Duty calls. Like, come on, Nora. I'm sick of her.
I'm sick of her. I'm sick of it. Okay. Library scene.
Library scene.
Charlie, you little slut. He's a slut, but I love it. He's a talker too, man. God.
I think I wrote that.
He's a talker.
Oh, wait, I didn't, but I thought it. Oh, wait, because I wrote quotes. I was like, why did I think that? Yes, okay. So Nora saying that she was furious with him, and then him saying, tell me how I can make it up to you. As you, mind you, he's like taking her clothes off. And then he says, you fucking undo me. I'd be on the floor.
I'd be melted.
I'd be melted
like
into a
cemented
puddle.
into it. That was insane.
That was wild.
They're just doing the most on this bookshelf, really.
Which I've got to say, okay, pause. They're in a public library.
They're in a public library.
In like a study room.
Yeah.
I don't know about you. When I've been to these study rooms, they're like glass windows.
There's a glass window. It's open.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that we were all
security cameras for sure.
Well, yeah, but I just wanted to make sure we were all on the same page, that usually it's glass windows looking into these rooms.
Yeah, every library I've been to, every study room I've been in, usually has like windows to the library.
Yeah.
So they said, "Fuck it, we're the only ones here."
Yeah, it's true. It's true. It was like a morning. Like, I get it.
I thought about that, and then I remembered when he said that one time when he got his hair cut, his mom knew before he came home. I was like, who knows about this?
His mom already knew. 100%. Like, librarians saw, like.
And librarians, I feel like you guys are like chismosas.
Dude,
like,
I am not joking. I would love to be a librarian.
I was like, I would get my master's in English just to be a librarian.
Truly.
100%.
Okay, but also, it's him. They're flat on the table. Him telling her, I want to go down on you so bad.
And that was wild, but what was more wild was her going, I want to go down on you too. I was like, oh my God, okay.
And then him being like, always has to be a competition.
I'm going to say something kind of crazy.
Let's hear it. When doesn't Cassie say something kind of crazy on here?
You guys, I feel like I owe it to be raw and real. I would never say that. To a man. I would never do it to a man. I'm sorry. Yeah. I don't know if I've ever craved that. Like she did, but points for her.
It's Tom Welling.
Okay, fair. You know what? You brought me back in. I would 100% do that too.
I don't know. Think of the hottest man you've ever seen, and he's saying hot things to you.
Yeah, bitch, I would do it too.
I was like, maybe that would change your opinion a bit.
A bit.
I get it. We don't need to get into what we like to do and what we don't like to do, but I get it.
That's for Patreon. When we bring that back, y'all are gonna get some uncut shit.
No, but
we have to bring it back.
Okay.
Just for that.
But I guess all to say, I say this a little bit later, but like Charlie's just a giver. He's a talker. He's a giver. Emily Henry loves to write talkative men during smut scenes,
and I love that.
I love a talkative man.
I don't know about in real life, but I do love it on the book.
Yeah, in the book, on the pages.
On the pages are good. Okay, and then the scene. I didn't write it down, but I was like, I don't think I need to.
Okay, well, them hooking up in his mom's office is fucking wild.
Fucking crazy.
And Nora questions for a second, like, is this disrespectful? They're on her fucking desk. And her couch.
What was funny is like in the library, he was like, "No, I don't want to do it here. Like I don't want to do it here. I want to do somewhere special." And my mom's
office. He's like, "We're gonna take our time. We're gonna."
I loved it. Did loved this whole thing. We'll get back into why we like it, but we had one of those moments where you guys know we hate it, low key, where they're like, he's like, birth control. She's like, obviously, but, and then he just gets up, gets a condom.
Emily Henry's just promoting safe sex.
Fair. And then I'm gonna take my point back.
She wanted it clear that there was not going to be a child at the end of this book.
Thank God. Some of these books, I just looked at.
They're like birth control, condom. Let's also pull out
method.
Put everything possible to make sure there's not a child at the end of this. Him saying, "I had no idea it was possible for you to want me as much as I want you." And then he's a talker again. Him saying that he has thought about her, like thought about doing this with her, and saying there's nowhere in town we haven't done this. It's crazy. And then she says, like, "How was it?" And he says, "My imagination isn't as good as I thought it was." Yep. Claps. And then you know what? He gets his wish and he does go down on her. That's why I'm saying he's a giver.
He's a giver. I don't even think she gave.
She
as it should
lost
be.
The competition.
As it should be.
Women should never go down on it. I'm just gonna say it.
Kill me.
Sue me,
but new thing.
Let's try it. It should always be on the guy.
I'm over it.
Dude, I'm fucking
over it. It's not fun.
I'm sorry. He never expected. I'm not going off on him. He didn't expect it.
Yeah, sorry,
literally
Charlie.
in the
you
slightest.
You were just so sweet. You were really trying to outshine her.
I'll give her. Yeah.
It was just good. It was just a good moment.
Okay, wait. I have a question at the end. So they're in her mom's office. His mom's office. Sorry. It's the next chapter. He's like, "Please stay with me." He's like asking her to stay. She's like, "I can't." She gets into why she can't stay, but then he says something about like, "You can stay for as long as you want." I think she says they hook up again. They love to hook up multiple times. I get it. It's Tom Welling.
Yeah, Tom Welling.
He makes a comment about we'll be in a getaway car, obviously referring to his little race car bed that they're in. So did they hook up in the mom's office, go to his house, and they're hanging out in his room now? Or, because I was a little bit confused, or are they still in the office? Double offense, they hook up in the office again.
I think they hooked up again on the couch.
In the office?
Yeah, I think. It's from what I remember.
I was just a little bit, I was like, where are we right now?
It was very confusing because she was like, I don't want to go, like, told the whole story, whatever. And then they were cuddling.
Right.
Went back into it. I think they were still at the office.
Okay,
but he
I was
did
like,
say that. But
yeah.
I unfortunately feel like it was a more figurative thing.
Okay.
But I did have a moment of going, wait, did we leave? Are we in the car? Where are we?
Yeah, and he's like, stay the night. I'm like, stay the night where?
In the office?
And sleeping on the fucking couch of the bookstore office? I just was a little confused. That's all.
I would never be able to go in there with my mother-in-law. You know, like later on.
Knowing that was like, your first, that was a pivotal moment too, like your first time.
It was the first time. Also, he went like right into it. It went from like putting the condom, she was like, he put the condom on and boom, he was in.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh.
Couldn't
straight to
wait
the point.
Anymore.
Couldn't
wait
any longer.
I guess.
But damn. Snaps, Emily. Good job, girl, on those smut scenes. Okay, let's get into some favorite quotes.
All right. Do you want me to go first?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I just thought this was such a cute quote from Nora in chapter 10, and it says, "Is there anything better than iced coffee and a bookstore on a sunny day? I mean, aside from hot coffee and a bookstore on a rainy day."
Fucking real ass quote though right there, dude.
Yeah.
Because it's true.
Both very true.
Like both can exist at the same time.
It's true.
I would say, what do you think? Are you more iced coffee summer day?
Well, yeah, I love an iced coffee and I love the summer, but I do think there's something so cozy about being in a bookstore. Some hot coffee and there's like rain outside.
It's my favorite. I think I'd rather that than the other one.
I think I would prefer sunny day, but yeah.
I think I can go either way, but I'm a little bit more rainy day girl. It's so,
I just don't like going out when it rains, so I think I'd rather just be at home with a book.
That's fair. Hey, your own little moment.
Going outside in the rain. I don't know why.
I love it.
I hate it.
I'm more productive in the rain.
I'm more productive at home because I don't leave.
That's fair. That's fair. Leave a comment down below. What are you guys?
Yeah,
what are you guys feeling? Okay. Okay, this my first one. It's from Charlie in chapter 21. He said, "If you're the wrong kind of woman, then I'm the wrong kind of man." Get a man to downplay his own self for you, while he's also downing you. In a way. I'm joking.
Okay, my next one this is just a typical Emily Henry quote. We know how she makes her little metaphors. His laugh is low and hoarse, and it makes me think of the satisfying snap sound of a tennis racket delivering a perfect return.
Damn.
Nora, chapter 14. We all know what that sounds like.
Yeah.
I keep getting my lip gloss on
I
this.
keep licking it. I keep
I'm
going like
getting too close. But we all know what it sounds like.
Yeah. God, it's
Yeah.
so good.
How do you do it, Emily?
She must be really listening to life around her.
Maybe we should all take a lesson from that.
We should really all take a lesson from that. Listen to life around you.
Yeah.
Okay, my next quote is from Nora, chapter 24. It says, "Sometimes when you start with the last page and you think you know everything, a book finds a way to surprise you."
Dang.
It's like, that's such a life meaning, you know what I mean? Like, happens in life as well.
Okay, I just loved this quote as well. A good bookstore is like an airport where you don't have to take your shoes off. Charlie,
So
chapter 14.
true. I love that quote because it's so true.
Yeah.
That feeling of not being able to, like, you can keep your shoes on at the airport is...
But you can just transport to wherever you want.
It's just so
anytime
good.
you want.
Anytime you want. My last one is from Charlie in chapter 33. Just very sweet. He goes, "You, Nora Stevens, will always be okay." Because she never got to hear that.
It's true. Okay, and then I have one more, and it is from Nora, chapter 34. And it says, "A reminder that there are things in life so valuable that you must risk the pain of losing them for the joy of briefly having them."
Oh, that's fucking rough.
It's giving the maple syrup quote from...
It is giving the maple syrup
from
quote.
Happy Place. So
You're so right.
Yeah.
It's so sad. Okay, let's do Final Jam, and then I have just a couple of those questions. We'll
okay,
make
yeah,
it
because
quick.
there's a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I only had one song. I don't know why.
I know, I kept it kind of simple because I feel like this one, I was more just compelled to the story than thinking about music, but
Yeah.
do you want to go?
Yeah, Landslide by Fleetwood Mac, because I can see this being like either towards the end or at the very end, if this was made into a movie or a show, where it just goes so perfectly with like life is moving on, things are changing, you're getting older, but they're still there for each other. Yeah, just like the dealing with the heartbreak of like you don't get to live by your siblings anymore, but like life is gonna go on and be okay. I just think this song perfectly encapsulates that.
So good. That song makes me cry. The only song that I have is "I Can See You" from Taylor Swift, and that is just more towards her and Charlie's or Nora and Charlie's sexual moments, because that song says like, "I can see you up against a wall with me."
Yeah,
and that it was, right?
that it was.
That it was, kids. Okay, so didn't know this. I don't know if you guys know this too, but recently discovered that Miss Emily Henry has these discussion questions at the very end of her books. Right, for this book she has 12, but that's just a lot. I'm gonna pick a couple of these and maybe we can just answer.
Okay.
Because I was like, wow, I didn't know this, and I kind of want to now go back into the other books and see what they say. But they're all, of course, like portraying towards the story. Let's see. Have you read them?
No.
Okay.
Surprised me.
All right.
I mean, I looked through them, but I don't remember what they said.
Oh, this is a good one, because I feel like we're gonna have different answers on this one.
Okay.
Would you rather spend a month in Sunshine Falls or Nora's New York life, and why?
Dang. I think Sunshine Falls.
Oh, wow, that's shocking.
I know, shocking for me.
That is shocking. You're such a New York girly.
I know.
Wow, why?
Because I just really want an East Coast summer.
That's fair. That's very fair. I would agree. I would like a Sunshine Falls month. because I've done the New York thing.
I want to go.
I've
been to New York once or twice.
But
I want to go to Papa Squat.
I gotta go to Papa Squat. I just would like the more homey town vibe. This might backtrack your answer, but have you ever felt like different places have brought out different parts of you?
I don't know that I could say New York brought out a different part of me. I think I'm still the same person. I think I felt like I belonged there.
That's still a part, I guess.
Yeah.
Like you have like a soft side for it.
Yeah.
Like,
I guess I kind of felt like I just think I would fit in perfectly in New York. I don't like talking to people. I'm go. I love bagels and I love cream cheese.
So you're ready to go.
I'm a
go
New
down
Yorker.
to a bodega, you know what
And
I mean?
I love Broadway.
I love it. You're ready for it.
Put me on Broadway.
I would say yes for me. And I felt this more when I went to Tokyo. Like it brought out me loving to explore other cultures and to very like put myself into it and learn it and appreciate it as much as I can. And that's why I feel like I love traveling so much, because you do learn a lot about yourself and just like how you are able to adapt to a new place. And I'm like, I love it. Okay. Let's see. I didn't choose this beforehand. Ooh. As children, Nora and Libby would change the endings of stories if they didn't like them. If you would change the ending of one book, what would it be and how would you change it?
I would change the end of Onyx Story.
I would change the end of Fourth Wing.
Yeah, change the end of Fourth Wing and it's just done there.
Yeah. Oh
my god, I would change the end of A Court of Silver Flames.
I don't even know what the ending is.
The book wouldn't even exist, I think.
It would just end at 3.
Yeah, I would end at 3.
I think the only book I would want it to end, which I'm gonna say, this is going back to my childhood books. Flipped. I've talked about this book before, but such a cute book, but I was like, why didn't we get to see them older? We literally got to see them figure out that they liked each other, and I was pissed off. I remember being a kid and being like, what the f-? But that would be the one ending I would change. It was just too sudden.
That's fair.
Okay. This one's kind of, I don't know if it's deep. One of Nora's biggest struggles is finding the balance of how much to compromise in her life for those she loves. What role do you think compromise plays in love? What role do you think compromise plays in love? What to you is uncompromisable? Oh, I see.
When it comes to love?
Yeah.
That is deep.
It's a deep thought.
I mean, I feel like it's easier to say what is uncompromisable because I think if you are compromising your happiness or things that you have worked towards in your personal life for somebody else, or compromising like friendships, things like that to me is like that there's no compromise there.
Yeah.
What I think can be a compromise is, let me think. I don't know, maybe like compromising on moving somewhere that's in between your jobs, like both of your jobs, you know, or compromising on like furniture maybe that I don't know. I guess there's not a lot that I would really compromise on. Like political views, that is uncompromisable to me. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I think for me, which I've never been in love like that, I would say, but for like relationships with like my friends and like all of that kind of stuff, I could say compromising of like, although it might not be my own idea of what maybe this plan might be, like if we're doing this, you know, you don't want to always make what you're doing with your friend all about you. You want it to be between the both of you. You're hanging out, you're doing whatever, you're going to a place, you're traveling, whatever. I feel like compromising like the little things where it's like, well, maybe that's not the restaurant I want to go to, but I know that makes them happy, and it's not the end of the world. I can find something there. Or like, you know, those little things where you give up a little bit about your preference, but you can still find like this easy median into like how you guys can both have a good time. But then like the uncompromisable parts are, of course, like what makes you as a whole person and what makes them as a whole person. You don't want to like give up part of yourself in order to fit into them, if that makes sense. So I think that is my idea of it. Some of these are really good, Emily. Who come up with this? You? Okay, let's do 2 more. Nora sees herself almost as the villainess in someone else's love story. Who are some of your favorite villainesses, and whom you either outright love or love to hate? I feel like I know yours.
Do tell.
You hate Nesta.
But I don't think she's a villain. She's a villain to me, but I don't think that she
okay, fair.
But she's not, her role is not a villain.
But I would maybe villainesses.
I'm thinking I jumped to like Disney villains.
I was thinking Disney
I'm
villains
like
too.
Maleficent.
I would say that's a pretty good. I'm gonna take that route actually. I could tell you a villain I think that has been wronged, and I think it is Maleficent. She just wasn't invited.
I think
like I get it.
A lot of villains were wronged.
Yeah,
that's usually their origin story. The Joker, I feel bad for the Joker. I feel really bad for him. Like, he had a fucked up childhood, and
someone else.
He never belonged. The movie made me really sad for him. I'm not saying he's justified in his actions. I just feel bad for him. I think if we would consider Elphaba a villain,
maybe
I root for Elphaba 100%. She was just trying to stick up for what she thinks is right.
Yeah.
Oh my god, why can't I like think of
on
anybody?
I'm just go with that. Because I can't think. Okay.
Oh my god, like Darth Vader.
Yeah, he's number 1. But I guess she said female, so I don't know.
Oh, you're right.
I don't know.
Okay.
Okay, last one. What is your idea of a happy ending? Damn, Emily.
I think if it is a satisfying ending where I can kind of infer where the story is going to go after this, and like everything has been wrapped up with a little bow, the problems have been solved, and the characters are happy.
I agree. I'm the same way. I like the word satisfying. I like how you use that word, because there's been books that I've all loved, but I've always wondered, like, did they give, or I didn't wonder, they just either maybe didn't give, like, I don't know if I would necessarily say every book needs a like 9 months later kind of thing, whatever.
Like it doesn't need an epilogue.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But I will say if the storyline kind of wants it, if you're like, I would like to kind of get a taste, it's always nice to have. But if you were to have it without it, I would say like even this book, like we can, infer that they would potentially go back home and like, see them and see the family and stuff. Yeah. So yeah, like if it was finally putting the puzzles all together towards the end of it, then that is what I think deems a happy ending. But yeah, that was all those questions that we are going to answer today. And then I'm just going to keep looking back and then seeing the other questions that we missed. But yeah, it's fun. If you guys want to do that after you read all these Emily Henry books, let us know your thoughts and your answers to those questions. Yeah. But other than that, I think that's it for today's episode. I know it's been very long, but you guys know how we get when we are on a deep dive.
We get chatty.
We dive deep. But we hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Please let us know you guys' thoughts. If you have any recommendations, we have some fun episodes hopefully coming up soon that you guys will learn more about as well. Follow us on TikTok, Instagram, DM us if you guys have any questions or if you'd like to see more content. But yeah, I think that's it.
think so.
We'll see you
guys
all next week.
week.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.